Okay, we are back with some more Vanguard Zero. Fun fact, this is actually the first of these that I am recording after the first episode has gone up. So yeah, it's been a little while now. I've actually been hoarding these quite quickly because originally I was having troubles with trying to like record and render and everything, but now I feel like I figured out a system that's like so efficient that I can get one of these out every couple of hours. I'm not going to do that obviously, but like, yeah. So let's play some more Vanguard Zero. I've been recording a lot of this recently just because I've been using it as... Oh, we're going to get that. I've been using it as an excuse to play the game more, basically. Every once in a while, I will think to myself, I want to play Vanguard Zero some more. And so I guess I'll just record an episode, because why not? Because I don't want to replay it too much off screen, because I don't want, I don't want you to miss out on anything good, because that would kind of ruin the point of having a series like this. So one thing I already opened was this character selector thing, because we've actually unlocked a new character, and that's Misaki, by using her Oracle think tanks. So, yep, we've got Misaki there, which, I mean, oh, this motherfucking game. I was just about to say, oh, that's a bit of a plot hole because Misaki's already at the shop, so she can't be in two places at once. But the game fucking predicted that and put Miwa there, which is actually really clever because later on in Cardfight Vanguard, Miwa does end up getting an assistant job at Card Capital. So, damn game, you actually were 2 steps ahead of me there. Alright, I'll give you that one. Log in between the hours of 11 and 5. Oh, one thing I want to point out, by the way, so this game consistently displays time because, this isn't just a game or a game's console, this is actually my phone, and so having the date and time is a really useful feature. However, because this is the Singapore version of the game, it's not actually the correct time, so if you look at the time and going, I know he recorded this at 3:30 p.m. No, it's not 3:30 p.m. where I am, so that's a fun fact. I don't know how to fix it. I'm hoping that my progress gets saved on the Singapore version so that when it actually does end up releasing in the UK, I can just install the UK version and carry on where I am. If I can't, then I guess I'll just stick with the Singapore version because it doesn't seem all too different to a supposed UK version anyway, so I'm not going to lose sleep over it either way. Yeah, okay, so now to actually figure out what it is we're doing for today, because I know that the thing it wants me to do is Cardfight Aichi again. Yes, Miwa, we get it. Let's look at the Gacha again, because, I mean, this is a Gacha game, I kind of gotta keep looking at the Gacha. So, I still haven't figured out what this whole deal with the once daily... Oh, I just realized it. It doesn't let you use gems that you've gained for free. You can only use gems you've paid for. How evil. That's the worst. I really hate that. That would explain why I didn't have enough gems previously. Okay, I get it now. Well, we still have a ticket left, so let's use that now. I mean, I do kind of want to store them for when they inevitably get, like, Neo Nectars or whatever, but I'm pretty sure the Japanese version only just got Neo Nectars in the most recent event. I don't know if it was the most recent, but it was one of the recent events. And that was an event tied to a holiday, I think. It might have been the Valentine's Day one. I don't know that for certain. So it's kind of uncertain as to when Neo Nectars are actually coming to the English-spoken version of this game. So I can just save up tickets later, basically. That's basically my way of just saying, I'm just going to spend this ticket now. What could one ticket harm us, right? We might actually get something good, like another copy of Alfred. Let's see. What do we get in? Anything good, boys? I'm assuming, because there it like shoots out a beam of light, and that beam of light turns into the cards. I'm assuming, based on Gacha game logic, that the color of the beam indicates how rare the cards you get are. I don't know, though, because I haven't played this enough, and if that is the case, I don't know which colors are the good ones. I'm doubting it's blue, because blue doesn't look all too great. Yep. Yeah, that definitely supports my theory. It's probably like gold or like white or silver or something that's the good one. I don't know. But yeah, I'll eventually pick up on that stuff. Let's look at the gacha details again, because a lot of the time these games they have to tell you what your percentages are, and they always try to hide it away. And like, can I not tap on these to like? No? Okay. Yeah, usually these games, they will be forced to, there it is, they'll be forced to actually tell you what your odds are of getting any given thing in the gacha, and a lot of these games try their hardest to kind of hide them away somewhere no one will actually look. So my chances of getting a triple rare, 1.67. And I don't, now correct me if I'm wrong here, I don't think that's the same rarity as the actual real life cards. I feel like that's more rare, but I don't know for certain. Because I know that you're guaranteed at least a handful of triple rares in any given booster boxes. And the booster boxes definitely give you more than like, what, 50 to 100 packs. They definitely give you less even. So the way that works out, I kind of feel like the digital virtual cards should be more common than the physical ones, if anything. So yeah, here's every single card, and this is your rarity to get them. I'm probably the only playthrough of this game to actually get this screen up and like look at it. But actually, I probably not. Actually, I bet you pretty much everyone has looked at this screen at some point. So attention, draw rates may vary depending on different gacha events, therefore the actual probability may not be 100% accurate to the stated draw rates. Draw rates may vary depending on the different gacha events, also probabilities may vary even though some cards have the same rarity. Cards are not drawn one by one according to the stated draw rates. There is the possibility of the same card being drawn more than once. Yep. So, there's that. Doesn't seem like it does the really shitty thing that Mario Kart Tour does, and we're not even going to get into that because when I explain how Mario Kart Tour's gachas work, my blood starts boiling. So let's just open some packs already. Just going to open one more because again, I want to somewhat save. I want to get good cards, but I also don't want to waste all of my materials because in case you hadn't figured out by now, I'm not necessarily planning on dumping money into this game even. Maybe at some point, but not anytime soon at the very least. Maybe if there's like an event that I really like. I mean, let's be real, let's make the really obvious joke. The second they add anything Rekka related, I'll drop money. But even if I do drop money, I don't think I'm gonna become like a whale and keep dropping money until I get the things I want. I'm not really that kind of person when it comes to gachas. I don't really get that invested in them. I like playing them sometimes, and I've played a handful of them. But on the whole, I don't love it. So now that we've wasted 8 minutes just looking at gacha odds, let's actually, play the game. Let's do a challenge fight, actually. Because we haven't done one of those in a while. So let's do this, Kagero challenge fight. And, yep. Fights. Circle Magus. Is it Magus or Magus? I feel like it's Magus because they're mages, right? I don't know. It's difficult to kind of settle on pronunciation when it comes to that kind of thing, because even the best English dubs tend to be a little bit off, and the Japanese version isn't really to be trusted either because a lot of these card names are in English and written in katakana, and Japanese people pronouncing English, not to be offensive or anything or like racist, but yeah, Japanese people pronouncing English words isn't always the most accurate either. But of course, English people pronouncing Japanese is just as bad, if not worse. So let's hurry up and actually, ride a card now. Counter Blast 1 to get... That's alright. That's a Rare Guard. And, okay, yep, we're going to put him out first. So it's my turn first, which means that I don't really benefit from putting any other rare guards out because, yeah, general rule of thumb I've seen is that if you put out a front rare guard on your first turn and you're going first, you're basically just asking for it to be destroyed, so it's best to just leave it. This is probably the optimal setup for your first turn. It does mean you're open to an attack, of course, but I mean, it's like... you know, taking 1 damage on your first turn isn't exactly the end of the world. So, now we've got more cards. We can ride this Blazing Core Dragon. Put an Iron Tail Dragon and Gantling Core Dragon into your soul to ride a Blazing Fire Dragon from your deck and draw a card. Ooh, can I do that? Yep, let's do this. I'm gonna, let's see. Counterblast and put this unit to your soul to retire one of your opponent's grade 0 rare guard. So we're going to get rid of that one because that one's going to be the one boosting his Vanguard. So we kind of don't want him to have that. And we've got plenty of grade 1s, so we don't even really need to worry about... yeah. We don't even really need to worry about wasting that rare guard earlier. So we are going to... I'm thinking if I put him out at the front, and then I put this guy behind him, and then I battle, and then I should be doing pretty good here, because this should be 2 clean attacks, assuming he doesn't get any triggers. But honestly, even if he does get triggers, I still don't think it's that big a deal. So we're already doing pretty well. Pretty simple by the numbers card fight so far, nothing too amazing happening. But maybe he has some more tricks up his sleeve. Let's see. So he's gonna... Right, he's gonna send out Gallatin. Gallatin's alright. Gallatin will be enough to do some damage to me, definitely. And those 2 are going to be able to take out... Oh, yeah. Honestly, one of the most satisfying things in Vanguard is in, like, your second turn or whatever, just being able to flood the field. Second or third turn, just being able to flood the field with just nothing but rare guards. Because, calling back to my Yu-Gi-Oh days, if you are in a position where you could flood the field with your hand near the beginning of a duel, you were basically like frowned upon for doing that. Like everyone would call you a trap spammer if you managed to flood the field that efficiently. But in Vanguard, it's basically encouraged, and I like that. So we're gonna ride Vortex Dragon, and we can Soul Charge 1 to get 2,000 until the end of the turn, and we can Soul Blast 6. Wow, that's crazy. So yes, we're going to do that. Yep. And then we... Rare Guard, retire this unit. Retire one of your opponents. Ooh, does he have a grade 3 reg? No, he doesn't. Why would he have that? Why would he have a grade 3? And then, yeah, I can do that too. So I'm going to activate that skill, and I'm going to use that. And then, I kind of want to get rid of the one at the back. I don't know if there was a benefit to getting rid of the Marin at the front instead, but I guess we'll find out when I get my shit kicked in, right? So we're going to need to get rid of his grade 2. That's super easy. And I'm not even going to bother with grade 1, because I don't really see the point in it. His grade 1's already weak. If I get rid of it, he's just going to replace it with like a grade 2 or 3 from his hand next turn anyway, so that's only going to make it harder for me if I destroy it. Now, of course, if he really wants to put a grade 2 or 3 in the front, there's nothing stopping him, but I may as well not help him. So I'm going to make this one gain the power, because it's the only one that can still go through that attack, and I get an extra critical. So, and I'm going to give myself even more power, just to make extra sure that this attack goes through, because it's kind of important for me at this point in the game to really get that edge over him and not let him blow me over. So I still have my Perfect Guard, which is really good, and he is going to send out... Okay, cool. He's going to send out Sausage Dragon. Nice. So yeah, he's in a position where he can do quite a bit of damage to me, but luckily, because I already did a couple points of damage to him previous turn thanks to my critical trigger, he's not doing so great, and I can actually kind of afford to take these hits. So he's pulling off quite the combo with triggers here. But I managed to heal. Oh, I can't use it though, can I? Yeah, okay. That was probably the worst time to get a heal trigger. If I even got it a few seconds later, then yeah. Okay, so, and it seems like my theory about leaving Marin there was correct, because I feel like he has to have at least one more card that's better than Marin, but he decided not to replace Marin anyway. So I'm going to place this one here because they're the weakest, and I kind of want to pair up the weakest. Wait, what does this do? Counterblast to get fat. Yeah, sure. Totally, I'll take that. Oh, really? Okay, sure. Just even higher, even higher. And so now that makes this guy the weakest, so he's going to be the one to take out the grade 2. And now I'm planning on taking out his Vanguard with these 2 leftover cards. So which of these is higher? So that's 18,000, and that's 19,000. So again, rule of thumb, want to attack with the weakest one first, because we know for a fact that he's going to pull something that will power him up. And now this goes through, we've won. And that was a pretty clean victory. And we've got a crit, so we overkilled it, basically. And we're going to give ourselves that power just for that extra insurance. And that should be Aichi gone. Nice. I mean, again, there was always the chance that he was going to get a heal trigger, but I'm pretty sure that extra crit means that the heal trigger will be pretty useless anyway. Okay. I mean, he could have gotten 2 in a row, but not really thinking he'll go for that. So let's do that other Aichi fight we need to do. Keeps telling me to look at my menu, but I think that's just because I haven't done the other character challenges. So we're going to do this next. Just a very quick little Aichi friend card fight. One criticism I have is a lot of this game so far is just fight Aichi. Like, there are a lot of game modes, don't get me wrong, but most of the game modes so far seem to be amounting to, hey, fight Aichi again. Yeah, so let's fight him. I mean, again, later on I'm sure, and once we get to the event stuff and everything, there'll probably be a bit more variety, and once we get, further through the story. But for now, everything, all signs seem to be pointing towards just fight Aichi again, and that's probably why they have the auto card fight. So, oh yeah, we get the mulligan. So, I don't particularly want this heal trigger in my hand, and you know what? I probably don't need 2 grade 2s, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. Alright, that's not a great hand, actually. That's a pretty terrible hand. I probably should have mulliganed more than that. But that's fine. Oh. Ouch. I guess I'm just going to send this guy out and hope that I can survive. But again, if I can survive a couple turns, then I guess I should be fine. It's just going to be a rough beginning. So he's going to send out Marin. Dance a lot. So, again, this is the deck that I made. Again, I didn't really make it. I just got a lot of cards and dragged the Royal Paladins in. So, it's not a great deck. It's not exactly a strategy-fueled deck. But we'll see if we can do decent anyway. So, okay, good. We've got some grade 2s that we can work with. So, when placed, counterblast 2 to call a high beast from your deck. So, I guess I don't... Counterblast 1 heavily high beasts. You know, we're just gonna do that. And we're gonna do that. And we're gonna do that. Because there's not much we can really do. There's not... I would have kind of loved a few more grade 1s, actually. So, let's just battle. I mean, we can do stuff with this. We can do that, for example, but he's probably going to be able to boost his power, yep, and that's just going to leave me open, so I guess I just have to end my turn. Yeah, this card fight isn't going exactly great, but he's only got 5 damage to start off with, so I can afford to tank an extra hit, so that's reassuring, but this field sure isn't reassuring. I'm going to blame this on draw power, but I know full well that it isn't actually a case of bad draw power. So, I mean, luckily next turn I'll be able to break out my free grade 3s, so that's something, but it's not going to mean all too much if I don't have any grade 1s to rare guard them with. And that's the worst possible thing I could have drawn. Okay, cool. And the worst part is too is that all of these grade 3s are different triggers, which means I'm less likely to draw triggers later down the line. So, start your main phase, Soul Charge 1, and this unit gets 2000 until the end of the turn. When this unit's attacks hits. Alright. So that seems like a pretty good card to have right now. In fact, it seems like probably the best card we could ask for right now. So now, I'm going to send this guy out. And I'm going to send this guy out. And I'm going to battle, and I'm just going to have to... Yep, this isn't going great for me. Because I really lacked those grade 1s earlier on in the fight. And now I'm kind of lacking anything that isn't a grade 3. So I'm pulling a Morikawa here, I guess to say. But I got a critical when I really needed it. Wasted an Alfred on that, but what are you going to do, right? I really could have gone for that Alfred, but nope. And that Blaster Blade is going back in my deck, so whoops. Ooh, and that ain't great for me. Luckily, I only need to do 2 more damage to him, and he needs to do 4 more to me, so I'm still in a pretty decent place here, but after this turn, I certainly won't be. I'm definitely going to want to end this the next turn, and luckily for me, he doesn't have any grade 2s at the front, so I can just go straight for his Vanguard if I want to. But also, luckily for him, I don't have any grade 2, so he could just go for my Vanguard. Not that he's choosing to, but he could. Okay, so I'm gonna right skip. And I'm gonna use that ability. And I'm actually gonna send this guy out, even though he's grade 2, because he's grade 2. Because if I don't manage to end this turn, then he's gonna be good insurance to make sure I still make it through the next turn. Anyway, not that I think I will. And plus he has the same power as this grade 3. So my theory about Cray Elementals not being good, well, yeah, that seems to kind of prove itself. So yeah, I'm going to battle now, and I'm just going to go straight for his Vanguard, and I'm going to hope that I am good enough to get 2 attacks in, and I am not. So it's going to be all up to whether or not I can survive this turn. You can do 3 attacks to me currently, but I have a grade 2, so that might protect me, but we'll see what he has in store for me. Yep, got Alfred there. Yep, he's going to take down my front rear guard, and he's going to damage my Vanguard, but I get a trigger, so that's good. And I got a perfect guard. Okay, no, that's actually really good. That was the best thing I could have got at that point. So that makes me pretty confident I can win unless he gets a heal trigger. But even if he gets a heal trigger, I still might be fine, actually. So now we are hoping... Yep. Okay, so now we've got the grade 1s we desperately needed. No, I don't want to ride that. Yep, I'm going to use his ability. I'm going to put that in front. And I'm just going to play this safe. And I'm just going to put everything on my Vanguard right now. So, because I don't really think my rare guards are going to do me that much favors here. So I'm just going to go straight for the Vanguard and hope that I do enough to actually do damage here. So just everything on the Vanguard, please. And he's going to use a perfect guard. That's not great. But luckily I have my own perfect guard. So as long as I can tank this turn, which I do have a perfect guard, and maybe I'll be able to get a heal trigger. I haven't actually been keeping count on how many of those I've wasted already, so I don't know. Because you only tend to get 4 heal triggers at most per deck. So I'm going to use my perfect guard there, and he's still going to attack me anyway. Because I didn't have a grade 2, and that might cost me the game. Yep. Right. Yep. That's how things went then. Man. I don't necessarily think that was due to me misplaying, not to say that I played perfectly or anything, but more because, well, my deck wasn't great. It was filled with Cray Elementals, and there's only so much you can really do with Cray Elementals, plus that with the fact that I didn't get anything too great in terms of drawing, at the beginning of the fight, yeah, it was a no-brainer that I was going to lose. I'm actually kind of surprised I came so close to winning there. So I guess I'll see you next time, where I might be able to rematch and do better against Aichi. We'll see. I did open some packs earlier on, so I might end up sliding those into my deck. And so I'll see you later. Subscribe if you want to see more. Go back and watch the previous ones if for some reason you started here. And I'll see you later.